want to talk about the concept of a scout rifle and exactly what a scout rifle is and how it may be employed in a personal defense situation. This is one of my favorite rifles. I've had this rifle for a long time. I actually had it built up probably in the mid-late 90s. The scout rifle concept was originally popularized by Jeff Cooper, obviously of Gunsight fame. He talked about having a very versatile rifle in a military caliber, probably the 308 round, which is what this is chambered in, that would be around 6 pounds and that would allow you to be able to use it for hunting, for personal defense, and maybe even in a real worst case survival, civil disorder kind of scenario. So a couple of the features of this rifle are: one, it's got a 3-point sling. It's got a really versatile 3-point sling. I'll show you how we're going to use that. This is a bolt action rifle. This isn't a detachable magazine. So one of the things that we might want to put on here is a detachable magazine, but just in terms of reliability and the fact that I use this primarily as a hunting rifle, a fixed magazine was fine for me. We also have the ability to carry some extra ammo back here on this cuff, where we can just put some extra 308 rounds in there. One of the unique things about the scout rifle concept is a forward mounted scope of a very low magnification. This one's a 1.5 times Burris scope with a very thin reticle. I really like it. The idea of the forward mounting of the scope and the low magnification is that it gives me the opportunity to be pretty precise in a hunting situation or for distance shooting or for a high level precision, maybe a headshot in a close range kind of hostage situation in that worst case scenario. But it also allows me to very quickly get the scope up in front of me and know where those crosshairs are in a case of kind of a body shot or a close-in hunting situation. So obviously this is completely clear. I've got no ammo in the gun, no ammo in the magazine, no ammo in the chamber. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the bolt flagged up and the safety on and my finger away from the trigger just for like triple redundancy here. But I want you to take a look at the idea. The idea is that I'll be here in a ready position. I'll be looking around. If I need to throw the gun up here, as the gun comes up and I make my cheek weld, I can pick up those crosshairs very easily, but I also still have both eyes open. So I'm not really losing any of my normal natural 2 eyes open focus on the threat. Bring the gun up and then boom, the crosshairs are right there. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Now, if I want to close an eye and really bear down on the crosshairs, this is a duplex reticle. If I want to look a lot tighter at that duplex reticle, really get narrow on it, then I can go ahead and take that more precise shot that I might need at a longer distance or again in a situation where there's bystanders, things like that. Another thing about the scout concept that I like in this particular rifle build is that if I have a problem, and I actually had this happen once out on a hunt where the scope just got cloudy and muddy and dirty, it was rainy, it was kind of miserable. We were down in Alabama and I had to cross a river to get to where I was going to hunt down in the Palmettos, and I just went ahead and took the scope off, and then I have this ghost ring sight. So I have a relatively fast, relatively obviously close range design of an optic here, or a sight system in this case, which is a very rugged, very well built ghost ring in the back and a good front post with a tritium insert. So again, I can throw this up very quickly and I can do both eyes open or close one eye and be able to use this ghost ring for any type of an emergency shooting situation, a close-in personal defense situation, or happened on that day that I did take a nice doe, so I was still able to use it in a hunting situation on a doe that was moving about, I don't know, slow speed, not a walk particularly, but it wasn't moving super fast, and it's probably about 50 to 60 yards away. So knowing that you have this redundant sighting system is also an important part of the survival aspect of the scout concept. Now, we talked about this what is essentially a 2-point sling set up with an extra connection, turning it into a 3 points of contact sling. What I can do here is I can carry this as I would carry a normal kind of carrying strap 2-point sling, very easily slide this gun under my arm and come up into a shooting position. And the other nice thing about this is I can very quickly stick my upper arm in here, my tricep, right behind this connection point, wrap around and get a lot more stability than I would normally have because of the extra connection. There's a lot of different ways to use the scout scope with the intermediate connection. It's really versatile, it's really functional, but it also really doesn't get in the way. It's not an overbuilt kind of tactical big webbing 3-point sling. So like I said, this has been set up this way with this furniture, with this scope. No real major work done to it at all since the mid-90s, and it's been pretty well abused, and it still works really, really well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my eye protection on, pull some ammunition out, and take a look at how we would use this in a defensive shooting situation. I'm going to go ahead and throw some ammunition into the magazine. Obviously, with a fixed magazine bolt action rifle like this, we're not doing any quick reloads, and it's not super high capacity, but a scout rifle mainly is a survival tool. It's not really designed to be, a battle rifle per se. It's a really versatile rifle that you can use for hunting, for target shooting, and put into use in that worst case, quick self-defense scenario. So we think about it here, I'm just gonna throw this rifle up very quickly, and as soon as I am, both eyes open with the reticle up on the high center chest of this target, I'm gonna go ahead and fire a shot. And we see that we have the shot. Run the bolt right away, of course. And if I needed to get a little bit more precise, all I have to do is slip my arm in here, wrap, come up, close an eye, and put a shot up there into that head. Again, running the bolt right away. If I'm going to take multiple shots into the high center chest, that's very fast also. And that can be done very quickly and easily. Gun's completely empty now once again. The scout rifle concept is popularized by Jeff Cooper, has never really caught on. It's never been a big fad like the ARs or the AKs or AR pistols today is something that's really popular. But this is something that really in the hands of someone who knows what they're doing with a bolt gun is a tried and true option. If you're looking for a hunting rifle that could also be pressed into survival service in worst case scenario, even in relatively close quarters as a home defense tool, and you're comfortable with the 308 round or of course whatever other caliber you want to put in there, scout rifle concept is definitely something you should consider.